Not only that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
إذا رأتهم من مكان بعيد سمعوا لها تغيظا وزفيرا.
Allah says that when the hellfire sees them from a distance, they will hear it furiously roaring. تغيظا وزفيرا. It will have this roar. It'll be hungry. It'll be angry. It'll be screaming. Imagine a terrifying shout of this thing that's looking at you and saying, finally, I get to have a piece of you, as it's being dragged towards its victims.
يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. Look how hungry it is. On that day, we, as in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will ask, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to Jahannam, are you full? I filled you up with the disbelievers. Are you full? It will say, is there any more? Imagine, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is filling this thing up, it's like, is there more? Give me more. It's hungry and it's vicious. This is the description of the hellfire. It's so vicious that it burns itself. As the Prophet ﷺ described, hell complained to its Rabb. Hell complained to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, saying, oh my Rabb, some parts of me have consumed others. I'm burning, I'm eating away at myself. I'm so destructive. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran,
إن جهنم كانت مرصادا.
Indeed, hell is a place of ambush. That's what it's doing. It's lying in wait. It's ready to ambush. It's just ready to pounce. And we know this over and over in the Quran. I counted around 11 times, give or take. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned u'iddat, that hellfire is prepared, that the punishment is prepared. A'addallah, Allah has prepared the punishment. This comes up many times in the Quran. Talking about how the punishment is being prepared. I thought about that. I thought about maybe even you guys saw a movie where a person's walking through a graveyard and then he's looking at all the different tombstones and he sees one tombstone that has his own name on it. I'm sure you guys have seen movies like this. The idea that, oh my goodness, somebody prepared my grave. You know, my grave is saying that. That's my name. You know that feeling of, this is prepared? It's that same idea that as this hellfire is being dragged, we know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala repeats many times, that this punishment, Allah has prepared it for you, for the disbelievers. So that as the disbeliever is standing there watching, he realizes and he notices, that place has my name on it. That place is coming for me. It's prepared just for me. Once again, imagine the fear on that day. Not only is there the fear of the pain, there's also other types of punishments. For example, terror mixed with mockery and regret. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions,
إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور.
When they are about to be thrown in, they hear from it this dreadful inhaling and this boiling up. تَكَادُ تَمَيَّزُ مِنَ الْغَيْظِ. It's almost going to explode with rage. Ghayz is an anger that's, in Arabic, there's different ways of describing anger. Ghayz is the most severe. It's like you're just boiling, you're about to pop. And it's just boiling and it's raging with anger. And as they're witnessing this, and as they're watching it breathe and furiously, stare down its prey, ready to pounce on it, كُلَّمَا أُلْقِيَ فِيهَا فَوْجٌ سَأَلَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ.
كُلَّمَا أُلْقِيَ فِيهَا فَوْجٌ سَأَلَهُمْ خَزَنَتُهَا أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ نَذِيرٌ.
Every time a group of them gets pushed in by the angels, the guards, خَزَنَتُهَا, its guards, its angels, right before they push you in, right as you're witnessing this thing roaring and boiling with rage, and right as you're about to be pushed in, they ask you, didn't anybody warn you? And then they push you in. Imagine that moment of regret, that moment of embarrassment, that moment of self-realization where an angel is looking at you like, didn't anybody tell you about this place? Nobody told you about this? Weren't you warned? أَلَمْ يَأْتِكُمْ النَّذِيرٌ? Didn't a warner come to you? قَالُوا بَلَى. They will say, yes indeed. قَدْ جَاءَنَا نَذِيرٌ. But we denied him. Yes, a warner came to us, but we denied him. Etc., etc.
وَيَوْمَ يُعْرَضُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا عَلَى النَّارِ
أليس هذا بالحق قالوا بلى وربنا قال فذوقوا العذاب بما كنتم تكفرون.
And the day when the disbelievers are exposed to the fire, it will be said to them, is this not the truth? Mockingly, insulting them, saying, remember you used to deny this, you used to laugh at this? Is it real enough now? Is this the truth now? Are you feeling it yet? This is the position they'll be in, the mocking and the insult. And they will say, yes, by our Lord. They will say, Bala wa Rabbina. Yes, indeed, by our Lord. Then taste the punishment of that which you used to deny, of that which you used to disbelieve in. So, first, the angels are making fun of them. Next, the people, their peers. How embarrassing. The people you were with on earth. The people that you used to go to school with. The people that you used to go to work with. The people that even sat with you in traffic. All these people, you're seeing their faces, but they're going to paradise while you're going to hellfire. And they get to mock you. So the angels are mocking you, and now even the people that you used to know, maybe even your own family members are mocking you. إِلَّا أَصْحَابَ الْيَمِينَ فِي جَنَّةٍ يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. In Jannah, in paradise, the people will be asking one another, عَنِ الْمُجْرِمِينَ, concerning the criminals. مَا سَلَكَكُمْ فِي سَقَرٍ. They'll be asking these criminals, what got you down there in this fire, in this saqar, in this blazing fire? What got you there? قَالُوا, they will say, لَمْ نَكُ مِنَ الْمُصَلِّينَ. We weren't part of those who used to pray. وَلَمْ نَكُ نُطْعِمُ الْمِسْكِينَ. We never used to feed the poor. وَكُنَّا نَخُوضُ مَعَ الْخَائِضِينَ. And we used to chill with the chillers, basically. نَخُوضُ مَعَ الْخَائِضِينَ. We used to joke with the jokers. We used to waste our time and laugh with the people that just wasted their time and laughed a lot. وَكُنَّا نُكَذِّبُ بِيَوْمِ الدِّينِ. And we used to deny the day of judgment. حَتَّى أَتَانَا الْيَقِينَ. Until the reality came to us. Until al-yaqeen, the death and the reality of it came to us. This is the situation of these disbelievers. Not only are the people mocking them, their peers are mocking them, but they have to even admit. They have to respond and say, yes, I didn't pray, I didn't feed anybody, I just wasted my time, I denied the day of judgment, and then I died, and here I am. They will have to admit it. There's no point of denying it. There's no point of trying to play it off. It even gets so bad that 1, the angels are making fun of them. 2, their peers are making fun of them. 3, they're even making fun of themselves, or reprimanding themselves, or regretting within themselves. وَقَالُوا لَوْ كُنَّا نَسْمَعُ أَوْ نَعْقِلُ مَا كُنَّا فِي أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. If only we would have listened, if only we would have thought, نَعْقِلُ, if only we used our brains, مَا كُنَّا فِي أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. We wouldn't have been the companions of the blazing fire. If only. Such a simple thing. We just either listen, and this is interesting too. Why these two characteristics, listening and thinking? Because some people, they see people talking about Islam, they walk right by. I don't even want to listen. Other people, they listen for a bit, but they're only listening in jest. They're just doing it for fun. So they say, oh yeah, really, God? Really, hellfire? Oh yeah, well what's it going to be? Is it going to be too hot there? Is it going to be really hot? How hot's it going to be? Ha ha ha. They're not actually thinking about it. They're just doing it for fun. So they say, if only we listened or thought. Both groups are catered to. Both groups are mentioned. Those who just, I don't have time for this, and those group who just, I'll entertain it, but just for fun. If only we listened, and if only we used our brains. Something very scary that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions over and over and over again in many different ways. In one verse it says,
رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ مَن تُدْخِلِ النَّارَ فَقَدْ أَخْزَيْتَهُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. Allah
subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the believers will say, our Lord, indeed whoever you admit into the fire, indeed you have disgraced them. You have put them so low, and there will be no helpers for the wrongdoers or for the oppressors. This sentence, this last little portion, I really want to focus on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, there will be no helpers, there will be no aid for these wrongdoers. I want you guys to consider this, because this is mentioned over in the Quran, and I fear that many people, they go over this and they don't really consider it. What does it mean that they will have no helpers? Think about your daily life. You have a problem, maybe you go to your parents. Mom, Dad, help me out.